In September 2009, Jordan Parks represented England at the 2009 FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Egypt. The Three Lions drew 1-1 against Uzbekistan in front of 27,000 fans.
And it just got mobbed everywhere we went. We had a big England team bus and we couldn't get down the street. It was funny because you just sort of looked out from the bus and you could see groups of people just huddled around a tiny little TV.
Now 25, Parks has taken a new career path as the former Watford and Barnet defender explains what life is like after professional football. With his business currently his priority, Parks continues to play semi-professional for Hemel Hempstead as he shows that his footballing ability remains unquestioned.
I started playing over in a little mini league over for Chesham United. It was before, I was about 5 years old I think. It was before competitive football, before the friendlies. It was just a Sunday morning they used to just arrange little tournaments. So I just went over and started playing for those. And then from there we went to play, formed into a team. I played for Chesham United for 2 years before joining Watford.
All roads led to a move from Chesham to Watford Football Club as Jordan took his first steps in advancing in football, undertaking a trial with the Hornets.
You're only meant to go along for a 6-week trial, ended up being on trial for 2 years. But at the time it was just, well, why not? I might as well just go and enjoy it and go and learn from the best really and enjoy playing football.
A successful trial saw him join the club and eventually the academy boy turned into a professional footballer with a dream debut at Vicarage Road.
Fortunately it was at Watford, wasn't it? So
at Brington Stanley.
yeah, so and he made his debut at 17, wasn't it, I think?
He was 17, yeah.
17.
Yeah.
I remember playing quite well. It was a 0-0 game and then it went to penalties. At the time, Adi Boothroyd was the manager, and he said to me, he put a bit of pressure on me actually. Then he said, "Parksy, you're going to take the 5th penalty."
And they're all on the halfway line, and suddenly he walks up from the halfway line for the 5th penalty. And it was like, oh God, I didn't really want it to happen, really, did you?
No.
I'd rather him just a 0-0, played brilliantly, had a fantastic game, and he stepped up. And I remember now, and he just whacked it high into the top corner of the net.
Totally confident.
Yeah, and the crowd went mad.
An England under-18 call-up beckoned, with his brother Ben looking back fondly on that time for the family as Jordan played alongside well-known names of today.
I suddenly saw the list of everyone that come through, and you've got people like Daniel Sturridge on there, Fabian Brandy, James Tompkins, Scott Sinclair, and we just couldn't believe it. And we thought that with football, always things don't quite work out. Like things get built up to be good, and suddenly next thing you know, you've been dropped out of it or you've got injured. So actually, he didn't actually make it, and then to find out he was actually playing was just unbelievable.
Parks then went on to play for his country at the Under-20 World Cup, which he admits was an unforgettable experience.
They dealt with it like it was the proper World Cup over there. The amount of fans that used to come to the games, one of the games I played was 40,000 people there. You know, that's amazing for for a youth competition. And it just got mobbed everywhere we went. We had a big England team bus and we couldn't get down the street. It was funny because you just sort of looked out from the bus and you could see groups of people just huddled around a tiny little TV outside little cafes, all desperate to watch the football.
After a positive breakthrough at Watford and then the national team at youth level, Parks' career took a big knock. Adi Boothroyd's departure led to Malky Mackay's arrival, which proved to be a big setback.
He was the reserve team manager, and he made me the reserve team captain at the time. And I thought he liked me, and I could see a future playing for him. Unfortunately, as soon as he got the job, he told me that I wasn't ever going to play for his first team. So I thought that's the time for me to move on.
Because it was a real tough decision for him to do, that, wasn't it? But actually, he started then getting quite excited about the thought of doing something different because, you know, mentally, being a footballer isn't necessarily the most stimulating profession. So he started thinking about what else he might do.
Parks moved to Barnet and made 75 appearances, but unfortunately, it didn't work out. A break from football looked likely as he concentrated on a new fitness business. However, that was short-lived and he returned to football at semi-pro level with Hemel. It was a move Parks revelled in, as he was given a more advanced role in midfield.
I knew that I was going to be leaving Barnet. As I was leaving Barnet, I could go straight into something else. And I thought at the time I was just going to take a little bit of time out of football and focus on the personal training business. It wasn't until I spoke to my two best mates, who were playing for Hemel Town at the time, and they said, just come along and play and enjoy football. So after speaking to Dean Brennan and Stuart Maynard, they gave me the opportunity to play midfield, which is something that I really wanted, and just gave me an opportunity to enjoy my football again.
Hemel manager Dean Brennan was full of praise for his skipper, who has flourished along the process of guiding them into the Conference South.
He leads by example, like I say. He'll come up with the goods when it's needed. He's done that many times this season, and since we've converted him from a full-back into a midfield player, creative midfield player, he's been outstanding in the last 2 seasons. He's the best finisher I've seen since I've been a professional footballer, on both feet. He's technically very good in the air. I don't think I've seen a better finisher, I have to be honest.
New life after professional football started in 2012 when Parks set up the JP Pro Fitness studio.
So JP Pro Fitness has been running now for coming up to 3 years in the summer, where I provide personal training and fitness classes. And yeah, I really enjoyed doing that when I set it up. And it was just something totally different away from football, and something that I could really focus on and try and grow.
We go twice a week, and the reason we go twice a week is because there's a lot of people we know are our age who are very conscious about staying fit. And I don't particularly want to go down the gym, because I know what I'm like down the gym. I won't push myself as hard and all the rest of it. So we go along to a couple of these circuits classes, and there's just quite a big gathering now of people who know each other. So you've actually built up a bit of a community.
Social media led Parks to his next direction in life, and the goal was for JP Pro to expand into football.
I was just browsing through Twitter at the time. I saw one of my old Barnet teammates, and he'd set up a little football coaching school. I looked at it and I just thought, something clicked in me that I needed to do that, and I needed to set it up. And we got the facilities at the club here and the opportunity at the club here to do it. So I just thought, it'd be silly not to start it. And we had such a successful first. We ran a holiday camp first week. So we did a full week, Monday to Friday, 9 till 3, where we ran holiday camp, and it was absolutely brilliant.
It has been an exciting beginning for the soccer schools. The creation of a development centre and a coaching school, along with the soccer camps, means the JP Pro business has a bright future.
The potential to expand is excellent. I mean, the camp that we've just done this week, we've expanded. So we had 2 coaches working for me. We've now expanded to 3, so we've got 3 sessions running instead of 2 sessions. And the business has just grown so much. The feedback that we're getting from the parents and the kids is just brilliant, and that's what I love seeing. I love seeing the kids enjoying themselves. And
at the moment, they're doing pretty well, considering they're not actually affiliated to the proper club. I mean, they played against Reading the other day and did really well. So if he can build a reputation about playing really good football and actually trying to build a values club rather than just a money-making machine like some of the development centres, then I think there's a lot of potential for him to grow and definitely build a franchise for it.
With a chance to enjoy time off school over the holidays, why do the children love coming down to JP Pro football camps?
Because we learn new skills and we have fun.
The facilities are amazing and you get coached in a professional way.
Because we learn the skills, it's a really friendly atmosphere and we have a lot of fun.
With the business continuing to progress, Parks also admits that he is in the market and interested in a move back to professional football if it becomes available.
The season that I've had this season, I've scored 29 goals from midfield, so I've had a brilliant season on the pitch, and there has been some interest from some professional clubs, so I'm in a good position really, because I love playing for Hemel. It's my hometown, and yeah, I've enjoyed the last 3 seasons so much that it would be tough for me to move, but there was an opportunity for me to go back into the pro football as a midfielder, then I think I'd be silly not to take it.
If he did have the opportunity to go back into it, I think it's more about fulfilling something he wasn't able to do. It wouldn't be the same. He'd be going back in as a midfield player with the opportunities that presents to score goals and all that sort of stuff. So,
He's 25 now. I think he's quite settled at Hemel, if I'm being honest. He's got his own business with his soccer schools. I think that's going really well, and that's a great development for our football club. And he's done mainly that himself. We've given the platform to do that, and he's grown it himself. I hope he stays with Hemel for the foreseeable future. But I understand that other teams and clubs, maybe in the lower divisions, professional divisions, will be looking at him.
From scoring on his debut for Watford and representing his country to now running his own business, Parks has a lot to look back on proudly, including his time in the international arena.
You know, I'm really proud of what I've achieved playing for England, having the England caps at home, having all my shirts that teams that I played for with my name on the back. You know, it makes me proud. And when I bring those shirts in and bring the caps in to show the kids, they just get so excited about it. I love that. I love giving it back to them.
Everyone loves him. He's a little bit of a superstar, if I'm being honest. The only picture up around the club, we won the league last year, is of him. So that says it all, really.
After the experience of being within an academy and a first team as a young professional, Parks is in a better position than most to give advice to people in similar situations to him.
You soon realise when you get older and once you become a coach that those little key pointers that coaches make you are so essential. So I'd say definitely just give everything all, enjoy your football. You've got to enjoy it. If you're not enjoying it, then you're not going to play the best you can. So 3 things really is just give as much as you can, with on the field, off the field, try and live that professional life. Definitely take on board everything that the coaches say, and also the main thing is to enjoy it. So
I mean, I think for me it's been something to push me harder growing up. So obviously my football ability is nowhere near as good as his. So I've obviously played as much as I could, but it's made me probably more driven in what I do in my work, because obviously there's a high standard in the family to sort of drive towards. So I think it's probably made me more driven and hard working from it, because I've seen the sacrifices he's gone up for his football, and I've kind of tried to do similar ones for my career.
But I think the thing about the fitness and the coaching thing has really moved on in terms of what he's like as an individual as well. He's actually matured and become more of a businessman, understands things, how to talk, constantly talking with parents and knowing how to talk to them in a way that's the right way to talk about their kids, to talk to clients, you know, and also the rapport, and also even just the classes are humorous and that wouldn't have been the same in the football world.